I would say today was a whole lot better than yesterday. Today went a whole lot smoother.
Why is that? Why?
Yesterday, trying to learn the new plays for today. I came in at 5:30 that morning, trying to learn the playbook. So, just a little nervous, got out the field, had a little bit of jitters. Now today I know what to expect. I know what I need to do. I know my assignments better. So I went out there to be able to play more free.
Did Joe get you with a hard count?
Yeah, he definitely did. Rookie mistake. My coach is on me about that. I'm gonna make it up to him though.
What was it like getting the pads on? How much does that kind of add to the aggressiveness of the day?
I mean, that means everything's on the table at this point. So, bull rush, power moves, everything's on the table for me. So, I like to be a physical guy and just go into somebody's chest. So, it's a great day for me.
You like loud practices? It seemed like the defense had a lot of...
You got to keep the energy up on both sides. That's how you have a fun practice. That's how you make the game fun. If you're out there with no energy, it's going to be a long day for anybody. So if you go out there having fun with your teammates, then it's going to be a good practice.
Felt like you guys were celebrating a lot in a good way.
You got to celebrate each other. That's a love for the game. You got to celebrate your teammates. You got to celebrate your brothers whenever you do something right.
And you always played with that joy. We can see it on your face. How long has that been part of the Shemar Stewart experience?
Always, once you are not happy doing what you do, that's when it becomes a job. Right now, I'm just doing anything I love.
How would you grade yourself on that first fully padded practice?
I feel like it was a way better day than yesterday for sure. I would say I'll give me like a C+. I did mess up on some things, though. There were some plays I left on the table for sure.
Jerry with a little fist bump out. Little fist bump out here. How important to you is that relationship here in the early going?
Oh, it's very important. He's gonna be my coach for hopefully my whole tenure here until I retire. I'm gonna be working with him day to day. He's gonna make me the best player I could be in this league.
No energy changed. It all stayed the same. Everybody wanted to get after each other, and the high energy stayed the same on both sides.
Have you had conversations with the coaching staff about what it'll take for you to be a starter as a rookie?
No, I have not. I'm just continuing to play my role on all special teams, and when my number's called, I'll just be ready.
What have you learned from Logan so far?
Pretty much everything. I'm a fly on the wall. I'm asking him questions, sending him text messages, just everything. Same thing even when it's not football. Just even nicer places to live and things like that, places to eat, things like that. So he's been very helpful and definitely an older brother to me.
What was it like when you found out on Friday that Shemar was signing and that the rookie class was coming?
Yeah, it was just like, there it is. I knew it was coming. It was no time to stress, no time to be worried. Once I saw it, it wasn't a sigh of relief. It was just like, there we go. So we're ready to work now. I sent him a message right afterwards, put it on my story. It was just like, you know what time it is when you get back, and he was ready to go when he got back yesterday.
Your situation was obviously more unique because it was like a league-wide thing. How stressful was that this offseason?
It wasn't too stressful. I'm not a guy that's gonna put my head in the media too much and worry about what's going on in my situation. I just let my agents, Buddy Baker and Tony, all those guys handle it over at ESG, and I just continue to work, put my head down, and be ready.
How would you describe this defense through the first 5 days of camp, including one padded practice?
I would call us nasty. We're looking for any way to get the ball. We have all the answers to the test that Coach Al's given us, and we're learning how to put those puzzle pieces and put those answers together. So when those multiple choice quizzes come up in the season, we've got plenty of answers for it.
You punch a ball out after the whistle, is it still viewed as a win? It seems like there's a lot of swinging going on.
I would see it as a win because it creates muscle memory. So anytime the ball is in the near arm and you have a chance to punch it, just go ahead and make it a habit.
A lot of screaming of finish from both Al and everybody else, the assistant coaches. It seems like the defense has been doing a lot of that in the first couple.
Absolutely. That's what separates the mediocre teams and the good teams from the great teams. And, of course, again, we talked about having a Santa Clara standard. You want to be in Santa Clara at the end of the season, you've got to finish. You got to be able to finish. Even when you do mess up, continue to finish the play because you never know when that guy – you may be that guy to come and save the play. If you miss it first and then run it down in the end zone and punch the ball out, it rolls back in the end zone, we get the ball back, touchback. So you never know what can happen. Continue to finish the play.
A lot of energy, a lot of yelling today. What was the root cause of it? Just
the hunger and the pads coming on one, but definitely just being able to get after each other and truly sharpen each other in every way today. So being able to get after each other a little bit and not have to put hands on and be soft and not have to control each other, but truly get after each other with the full pads on like it will be when we get to the season.
Is there someone outside of the linebacker room you've kind of leaned on to ask questions or seek advice?
I pretty much ask everybody. I ask plenty of DBs. I'm always talking with JB, Dejan, guys like that. Dax as well this off season. Of course, the linebackers are my go-tos. Coach Hodges, everybody, Coach Moon. Pretty much asking everybody questions here and there where I can get some expertise, where I can to just grow. Cut-ups that I can look at just to continue to maximize my opportunity when it comes.